It's either one thing or another with me. I know that change is needed, and I don't know if they say this, but you can't start a journey without taking the first step, and I'm here taking the first step. Hey, anyone and everyone. This is kind of a different video. Might not work on this channel for me, but it's just because I don't really have the viewership, kind of like the Jared Ginner, the Dan Corrigans, etc. like that. But this video is more so for me and keep myself accountable with kind of the progress that I'm going to hopefully make over the next month, because that's the time frame that I'm starting myself to give. And I am doing the TikTok thing, holding my mic, because hopefully I can get a little bit better audio. I mentioned Garrett before. I think that's how you say his name. I drawn a bit of inspo watching his little bit of a journey over the last month, how he's gone through a bit of a health change and stuff like that, which I find that quite inspiring, because I'm kind of at that step where I suppose he was probably, like, let's say that month and a half ago, where I'm not happy with myself physically, how I look and feel. I'm always injured as well, which is always is an issue as well. And I'm just lacking motivation with a lot of things, like across the board really. And I really want to try and get on top of that, start small, start building to something bigger and better. As I'm filming this, I'm a month out from my 37th birthday, and I weighed in at 97.4 kilos, which is ridiculously high for me. It's going back like to a peak, not even like the peak. It's trekking on a way where I don't really want to be, which, like, as soon as I saw that number, and I can sort of see it in the mirror, it is concerning, and it's affecting other things. And I don't want to put it straight down to affecting like how my body is performing, but I'm not putting the right things into my body. And also, like, when I say things like that, I know that as you get older, I put less emphasis on really tracking everything. And I feel like I've gone down that track once before and lost like 25 kilos and like really had that full knowledge and strict structure of calorie counting and stuff. And it like boils down to it. It really fucks you mentally, because then you see every aspect of everything of that you put in your body as a calorie, and you kind of miss the enjoyment of things. And so as you get older, or as I personally get older, I really want to try and enjoy things. I want to be able to still have things guilt-free, but I also need something to keep me a little bit more accountable and just pull the reins in a little bit so I can move forward. And I'm going to try and do that multiple different ways, with building my body better with strength and like conditioning type of things, just like bulletproofing it so I'm not always injured. Starting pulling back on certain foods and stuff, like fried foods is one that really messes with my body. But deep fried stuff's delicious. Like it's delicious. Same with beer. Pull back the beer. Maybe look at alternatives. It's all about, for me, it's about looking at alternatives, being able to still have things and enjoy things. Because when you have kids, you don't want to live. I feel like you don't want to live that really strict life, and then I have to like force or miss out on things with them, because I don't want to miss out on things. So when it really boils down to it, it's just about balance for me between enjoying things and not overindulging in things. It's about moderation. Like, probably a lot of people haven't seen James Smith on TikTok and stuff like that. And he's a PT that really constructs everything around that. It's like, yes, go eat your chocolate, but instead of eating a block of chocolate, maybe have a little bit less. Or like, you can always backload and front load your calories during the day. I'm not going to be calorie counting. I'll just be conscious of things of, have I eaten too big? Have I not exercised? All that type of stuff, because it's worked in the past of like reducing foods that cause inflammatory actions in my body. I need to reduce that so I can try and get my body working better again, because I'm very injury prone. And as I'm moving older, I really want to try and reduce that, because I want to be able to keep moving. I want to keep playing sport. I want to keep skateboarding more. Like, I haven't skated in almost a month now. I haven't ran in a month because I copped a hit to my hip. I couldn't move for 2 weeks. Now I got sciatica pain as well as an onset effect of that, which is quite frustrating. So I'm really starting from scratch now, and like, I really need to do something, and hopefully this could hold me a bit more accountable. And I've got a deadline. I want to lose 8 kilos, at least 8 kilos before my birthday, which is November 3. So I don't know, I don't think I'll do monthly check-ins because I'll find it hard. I mean, weekly check-ins because I'll probably find it hard to continue up the videos and stuff like that, and nothing much will change. But if I can really get underneath that 90 kilos, I'll be quite happy by November 3, which gives me 30 days to lose 8 kilos, which it can be done, especially from the position that I am in now. So to touch a little bit on like the Garrett and what he's done, he's doing like hard 75, which doesn't appeal to me at all. I don't really like the idea of that personally. I hate running. I hate running with no purpose. So I'm gonna have to start running because I like traveling to gym. I want to try to eliminate. So I want to start trying to incorporate things around home, doing more skateboarding. I'm happy to run 2K. 2K is I don't want to say a walk in the park, but after like getting up to 5K, it's just not enjoyable for me. Like running without a purpose. I'd rather run 10K playing cricket, run 10K playing football, doing sport, doing a purpose behind it. Maybe I'll get there one day, but running is just one of those things, just not for me. And hard 75 isn't really the direction I want to take. Like it'll be a soft month, but building on the right habits so you can do it for a longer period. Because what I've learned in the past, when losing that 25 kilos or so, you can get down there quick. You can get down there, but you can't maintain that for a long period of time, or you're stuck in that lifestyle of always seeing food as a calorie. And you don't want to see food as a calorie anymore, because that becomes mental. You get mental problems and you have an unhealthy relationship with food, and that's a whole different kettle of fish. So like I mentioned, the first step for me is eliminating fried food, eliminating some of the other things like just daily snacking on bickies and stuff like that, maybe pulling back a little bit of beer, finding alternatives and stuff like that. Fried food's a massive one. Secondly, I'm going to start moving the body a bit more now, really emphasize on doing some more mobility, some yoga-y type stuff, start that running process so I can get my body moving for cricket season and also skateboarding season. It's daylight savings here now, or not now. This weekend will be daylight savings, so we have more summer or more daylight. Summer's around the corner. These are the kind of things that I want to be preparing myself for as well. And as well as just like mentally just feeling a little bit better about myself as well. So, and then thirdly, water. I got to start drinking more water. So I'm making a more subconscious effort to get that water into my body, because like I'm one who can just not drink, or I'll have a coffee in the morning. That will last me until almost lunchtime, and I won't have any other liquid. And then I'll have like a Pepsi Max with lunch, and then maybe a bubbly, sparkling water in the afternoon. I need to almost like every time I go grab one of these bad boys, which is Team Pepsi all the way. Every time I go grab one of them, I almost need to get into a habit of drinking a glass of water first. Every time I'm going to consume something that is not water, make sure I drink water prior to it. Water hydrates your body. It helps at all those things. So for me, I need to make a more subconscious effort to drink more water. And when it boils down to it, like I'm sitting here vulnerable, I guess, really putting things out there for me to keep myself accountable. And I'm also looking for feedback from you guys and stuff with any tips or tricks, or just, some feedback, whether if you guys have gone through something like this before, because like I mentioned, I've done it once before, but doing it a second time has this mental battle, because I know what can happen on the outside if you don't do it correctly. So if you guys got any comments and feedback and stuff like that, send me a message directly on Instagram, leave comments down below or anything like that. It's always appreciated. Don't know where else to go with this video. I guess that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do a weekly check-in, I don't think I have the time, even though silly me, I'm kind of like looking at making a different TikTok regarding like revamping my desk and stuff there. So I don't know. Silly me, I spread myself a little thin sometimes, so I got to really narrow in on a couple of things. But nevertheless, if you guys sat through this and watched it, I really appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around. So like I mentioned, probably won't get many views and stuff like that. Not that it matters. It's more so just for my accountability, because I reckon for the last 2 months I've been saying I'll start better the next week. I'll start better next week. I'll start better next week. And in that time, another 8 kilos have been put on. So, and now I'm here. And this is where I don't want to be. And so we're going to try and move forward and improve things for the better, really. I don't know where else to go, but I appreciate if you're here, and I hope you're going well. Hope you're killing it, doing all your things well, life and all that. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys this soon. Peace.